Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for popping in here for a moment with Celeste. And we are being streamed shortly into the Crafty Hive, the Crafty Bunch. And Christy Sloan with Joyful Adventures. Or Adventures Artist. Oh, Christy, this is terrible. I'm not even going to try. So anyway, she's going to stream us in here in a minute because we are scheduled to be live right at the top of the hour. So if you're with me, go ahead and say hi. I think I see Mitzi up there. Hi, Mitzi. How are you, my darling friend? How are ya? How are ya? How are ya? We're doing a fun little event today on the Crafty Bunch. It's called Little Packages and Big Smiles. There's been some fun little cute things done so far. And then when I finish up on the Crafty Bunch, they're going to have Christy with Funky Junk Inspirations is going to be following me. So, and then I think there's two more, and we each have an hour today. So we get an hour to do our thing. So let me get this turned off here, and then we'll be ready to roll. As soon as I see that Christy has got me in. So I think I got about another minute yet. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's a bright sunny one here in Omaha. I have not been outside yet, so I don't know if it's a little chilly or not, but that's okay with me. Hi, Lori Thompson. Welcome in. Thanks for popping in today. Thank you for popping in today. This is going to be a cute little one. So today our whole theme is that we are doing some type of little package, little gifts, things like that, that can give you some ideas of things that you can do here during this holiday season, be it Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. And so we had to come up with something that would be a nice little gift for someone that, you know, so often, if you're like me, I don't do it as much anymore, but I used to have people in our home a lot, and I always like to have a little bowl that would have some little takeaways that they could take with them. And also, you know, if I got invited or get invited somewhere, go to dinner with a friend, it's nice to have a little something. I'm not as good at this as I have a friend, her name was Kay. And just about wherever Kay went to somebody's home, she would bring a little housewarming gift with her. And I always enjoyed it. Oh, Jill, thank you. I have been missing a lot too. It's been crazy on this end, but because, you know, I was hit and miss the last 2 or 3 weeks. But this week I'm trying to get back in my schedule. But it's hard to catch everybody's lives. It just is, because especially when when you're creative and you're doing your lives, there's a lot of prep work for those. So today I was able to catch a couple that I haven't been able to catch. Thank you so much, Christy, my Artful Adventures host of today's event being streamed here on the Crafty Bunch. And we're going to get started because we have 1 hour. And I kind of giggled when I saw Anne, who was before me, because her and I are thinking on the same line. Now, I have to tell you, Anne and I do that a lot. We have, I think, kind of the same little style on certain things that we like to make. Hi, Gina. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Sue and Martha and Patsy. So good to see all of you ladies today. Come on in. So today, I am going to make some little packets. And as I was sharing about a minute or so ago, that it's always nice to have something put together that can be used as a little generic gift to give to someone if you first, let's say, get invited to somebody's house during the holidays, or you're out shopping and you like to just do a little giveaway to every so often, every somebody, okay? I like to do that sometimes when I go in and get my Scooter's coffee. And it's just kind of a nice little thing to have some things already made up ahead of time. Keep some in your car. And that way, if you go somewhere, go to dinner, go to lunch with somebody, out to eat at a restaurant, maybe you want to give the waitress, the servers, a little gift. So that's what we're going to do today. Hello, Renee and Cindy. Good to see you. All right. So this is what we're going to do today. This is a little bag. It's a little goodie bag. And this is my sample. So I just, on this one, I put a little twig of some silver twine. I did my little bow with some greenery. And then in the bag, I put some crinkle paper. I always like to put some crinkle paper in things like this. And then we're going to do a little pocket. And this one here, I got this from a printable. I got it from Etsy is all I can remember. So if you go to Etsy and you put in Christmas tag printables, you are going to have a slew of things. So this printable here, I had my own little ribbon. I tied this together. And this is what I did for the front. And it says Season's Greetings. Anything in this printable that you see that are paper were all from the printable. It was an abundant printable. Then inside, I have made two little pockets. So these papers here, these solid colored papers, come with the printable. And this one was kind of a 50s, 60s theme. And what it had in the printable was all of the pieces to make this cute little tuck card. And I loved these. I thought these were so cute. And then I added a few things down here. I took and made my own little pocket. And then in here, now before I finished this up, I only had a Swiss Miss with me, a pack of hot chocolate. But I like to get those little chocolates that come in the different pretty colored Christmas colors. So I will change that out and put that in there. And then that gets tucked in here. I'm going to put a candy cane in there as well. And then I'm printing my little pocket over here on this side. So this will just be something, can't you imagine if you were out shopping and somebody just handed you something like this? Wouldn't it be fun? So we are going to get started. And so it gives me enough to make 6 packets, my little printable did. So I think the next one I'm going to do is going to be a gingerbread theme. And I'm going to take it, and this is the paper that prints out. I do it all on cardstock, okay? Now I want to turn this down so you can see this and not see me so much, okay? So we are going, hello, Ann Allen. Nice to see you, my friend. So I'm going to go through and I'm just going to trim off. I could do it with a paper cutter or the scissors, but I'm just going to trim this off with the scissors. Since it's a nice little straight cut. I just think things like this are so much fun. I think I'm going to put a few together, and I'm going to sell some of these at my craft show that's coming up in November. Maybe, who knows, on one of my sales I might have some of these available too for you. If you decide that you're more of a, you like them already pre-made versus having to do all the making and things like that. So, I really thought this packet was cute because each page is a different little, all fits with the theme of the 50s and 60s. Now I am going to use this little one here that we've made up as my template, because some of these I had when they printed off, they printed up so that I'll have to do it like this way. And others of them, it didn't have a pattern. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take this and I am going to make a little mark right up here. Because this is about how long I want it. That's going to be my little template, and we're going to go across. And on this one here, I will go ahead and use, since it's going to go clear across this paper, use my paper cutter. And I'm going to snip it up here. Okay. Because it's a little bit larger than a half a sheet. All right. And then I'm taking this and I'm folding it in half, and this is what's going to be where I make my little pockets. So I'm going to take my bone folder here and I am going to round my corners. Okay. And then I think I'll go ahead and grunge it a little bit. It might be kind of fun. Let me see. I think I have a little thing of red here. Let me see if this would be too bright. I'm going to test it over here. Oh, I'll do that. I'm going to grunge this one, since this is going to be the theme for the gingerbread man. Hello, Miss Vicky. Good to see you. So we're just going to come up here and go around the edge of this. I'm just doing it this way instead of using my little sponge, just to give it enough of a color of the trim that, oops, and then I did that. That helps it to stand out. So now that I did that, I better do some more like that too, right? When you do what you don't want, you go ahead and you fix it. Okay. And I'll come back in when I get finished and do the back of it. We will do the back as well. Okay, so that one there, then I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to move over to doing the actual tag now that's going to go on the inside. Now I had to fussy cut all of these little pieces. How many of you are really good at fussy cutting and love to do fussy cutting? So what it does, it gives you a little recipe card. It gives me my little gingerbread house. It gave me a little gingerbread man. It gave me a little thing that says Christmas cookies. I've got a little lollipop. And I have a little tab type of thing. I have this if I decide, and I might go back and add some dangles. It gives you another little. So see how they all go with the theme? And then here's my precious little pretty. Isn't she just so cute? I love her. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just grunge her edge maybe a little bit in some brown. I'm just going to do the edges, and then I might come back over it. And like I said, if you get on Etsy and you're looking for printables kits, they have everything you can imagine, as most of you know, to make some really creative kits. The whole bundle that you just print off. So I'm going to come in here and just take that white, and I'm going to just do a very light there. Just kind of edge her a tiny bit. Okay. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grunge up the side. This is the back. So this is the back side of the tag. And there's this thing I didn't like till I got Tim Holtz scissors. Now it's good to fussy cut. Maybe that's what I need to do, is get a Tim Holtz scissors. Because I just use my big old scissors with it. Okay, so we've got that one. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to grunge up the side of all of these little tags and pieces. This is just so cute. At the top it says a taste of, and they can put, so I'm debating I might get, I might actually write in my own little recipe maybe for a gingerbread recipe on this to stick in there. And then when I do put my hot chocolate and my candy cane in, I may stick in a gingerbread cookie in there as well. So I haven't decided, because you know it all depends on how much time it's going to take me to do all of these. But I know that you can purchase some cute little gingerbread cookies. And I have a very good friend who makes amazing. I may call her and ask her to, I might see if I can buy an order from her, because she makes little mini ones and then she decorates them and they're crispy. Oh my goshers, they are amazing. They are amazing. Now I'm getting myself all hungry. I'm going to go through, we're going to put some ink on, this is the bottom part that's going to be the pocket. I do have to say, when I started working on this, it really got me in the mood for Christmas. It did, it did. Okay, so we got that. That's going to go on here. So I just take a little bit of glue, and on this, I'm just using my tacky glue on this one because it's all paper. If I can get it to squeeze out. Had it all open. It's a little bit less expensive than my art glitter glue, so I thought, well, I'll use that on this. There we go. I'm going to put some down here on this strip. And over here on this strip. Okay. And then I'm going to put it on. I'm going to bring it in a little bit, just like that. So it fits the edges perfectly. I'm going to leave a little bit in my bottom showing. The bottom of the card, I should say. In case anybody was wondering what I was thinking there. Okay. Push it up a little. Alright. Oops, I didn't get it quite straight. There we go. Okay, loving this. Gotta go get ready for tonight. Bye-bye, Renee. So there's my pocket. Okay, and then what we do is we put our recipe card in here and make sure it goes over those little flappy pieces. Okay, and then we're going to put my little tag here. Now I am going to probably put a cutesy little button up here. So let's see if we can find a cutesy little button. I always shake it up. It's like Yahtzee, right? Okay, let's see here. Oh, this might be a cute one to put on. Let me see. I'm going to put a hole, if I can get it in here straight, with my monster cutter here. Puncher. Okay, get it right there. Enough. And then this has a little hole in the back. So I think this would be cute. It's a green star. So let me get out my little wire cutters here and try to cut some of that shank off of the back of it. That should do. Hope y'all are enjoying all the different ones you're seeing today. Well, I don't like it sticking out. It'd be really cute to go with my little theme, but let's see here. May have to just go with like a red one. That'll work too. This one here, the little shank don't want to come off all the way. So let's put that red one here. Hi there, Bev. How's my whimsy friend? Huh? I thought of you before I got started. I put my lipstick on and I said to him out loud, I actually said it out loud. Gotta put on my lippick like Bev. Okay, so there's that. I think I'll turn it upside down here so we get our cute little, I guess it isn't going to show much, but we'll show that, okay? Then we're going to put a little more glue under this. I want to peek out. Okay, there we go. Okay. Then I think what I'm going to do on this one here is I do have, let's see, which one do I want to use? Let's get the girly on first because she's too cute on here. Okay, I'm just going to put some glue halfway. Okay. And then she comes up, so part of her sticks up above. Tap her right there, make sure I don't have any on the back. In that certain spot. Let her get it dry. Okay, there's that so far. Aren't they cute? I just think they're fun. They're fun, they're fun, they're fun. This little guy here is wanting to stick up more than I want him to, but we'll get it going. Okay, then I know I have, here we have a little bit of it's a tag. And I think what I'll do to make this stand out a little bit more is put this tag right up here. That'll be perfect. Let's get my glue. I'm going to put my glue up here on this. So do any of you like to make your gifts to just give to people randomly? Like have available to grab in case you need it? Any of you do that? I think it's a very good habit to get into for me. Oh, yes, thank you, Norma. You guys, I have to tell you, Norma has lost a bunch of weight, and I lost a bunch of weight. But Norma has always been much thinner than me. And so now I'm getting all of Norma's beautiful tops and pants and things. I just told John today, I said, gosh, I've never looked so good as I have since I got these clothes from Norma. Because Norma's quite the little dresser. She is. So thank you, Norma, for doing your best to make me look presentable. And then this one here I thought would be cute. I don't want to go over on her legs, but it says Christmas cookies. So I'm going to trim this out a little more. And we're going to go up a little higher. And a snaggle around here and see what it does for us. Go up here. I laid in bed and watched TV and fussy cutted last night. Okay, then we're going to give it a little bit of a color. Well, hi, Trisha. How are you? I was just thinking of you too, Trisha, because I'll show you why here in a second. I was wondering if you, Trisha, I bought this pack from you, and I'm wondering if you are going to plan on doing a Christmas pack in reds and greens and coffee stain. Just a suggestion, my friend. Because I know somebody who might want to buy some from you. See, Trish, I love your things. Okay, I'm going to glue this on here. Hi, Carol Sampson. Fussy cutting is when you get, Jody, when you get a whole sheet of prints like this. Let me see, I don't think I've got one that's done because I think I cut them all out. But let's say this was a sheet of printables that weren't stickers, and you have to go in and cut out all of these. That's what I did for this one. All of these I had to hand cut. So we call that fussy cutting, because you have to do a lot of fussing to get around the corners and the edges. Now sometimes, you can do the easy way if it lets you, and just cut it out in a square and have it. But I didn't have that privilege on this one because everything was so tightly close together. So I fussy cut it. And we're going to put this little fussy cut right here. She's going to just touch the hem of the garment. Okay, so now we have that. And then I'm going to go up here and I'm going to put a little teeny button up here on the top of this tab. See what I can find in this one. I may have to go to a different container because I've been using a lot out of this one recently. Let's see here. Find me one that will work to my satisfaction. Too big. Okay, that one don't work. Come up here and grab my other container. I'm not going to dump this one all out, but here's a smaller one already. I see that's brown. Let's see if we can find one that would be a little bit go with this one. It's kind of a creamy color. What did I drop? I don't even know. I dropped my glue. Okay. All right. I'm going to put a little button up here to be the little tab. It'd be cute if I had a red one, but I didn't see one right away. Okay, get that centered. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to glitter unjump this. Okay. So the tag, that part's done. Okay, that part's done. Then we're going to go work over here on our gingerbread. Let me put some of these back away. So you can see. Whoops, gotta put that on here. You make extra small gifts for just in case. Yeah, that's always such a good idea. Such a good idea. Because, I know even sometimes when I go to church, somebody at church does that. And it's so sweet and precious. And every so often I will do that, just to somebody that you want to give a special to, special something. Maybe it's the, our church doesn't have, in our church, John and I, and there's just a couple other couples that are as old as us. The rest of them are younger. But if you go to a church that has a lot of older people that are, 90-year-olds that are there sitting by themselves, my gosh, they love that. They love that. Okay, I'm going to grunge this little, sweet little gingerbread man. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to go inside, and I remember this one is the one that goes, so this is the one that goes upside or up or down. So we're going to make our tag pocket about, I just want to make sure this is going to fit in here. Oops, I'm going to have to make it smaller. I thought I had it cut right. I don't know what happened on that. Hopefully this will hold it. Okay, that'll go in there. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to glue down with my art glitter glue. Oh, thanks, Anne. I love the button jar. It's fun to play with. So much fun. I have 3 of them sitting. Oh my gosh, no I don't. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have at least 4 of them sitting in front of me. Okay. So hopefully that'll hold that in. It will for the purpose of this. It really will, because you're going to have it inside of a bag anyway. Okay, so we've got that. Then I take on this side here, I want to make sure I get it folded straight. I'll get it folded down. And glued down a little more, because I just popped it up. Okay, so then I have some, this little red paper thingy, and I'm just going to make a little strip of it. Kind of use this in place of a ribbon. But let's see. So if I do that, that will be cute. Fold it in half so I can do it on both sides. And then I'm going to... Hi Lydia! You love buttons too? I tell you, buttons can be an addiction, I am finding. I think I told you about my one friend that has a humongous big jug full that she sits on her end table at home or under her end table. And she uses it sometimes to just relax. She takes it and rolls it around, likes to listen to it, and likes to find the different pretties in there. Okay, so we've got that little strip there. Oopsie. And now we're going to glue this one here in. So, you know, whenever you do things like what we're doing today, all of us are doing on here that have those, we're in this event. You know, when you receive a gift like this, you have to know that these things are a true gift from the heart, aren't they? They are not something I just ran and got a gift card for, because that's, you know, always my go-to, just go get a quick gift card and go. But when you get something like this, you know somebody had to have spent a lot of time. And that effort to me means more than maybe what the gift even was to start with, you know? Just knowing how much time. So I have this little sucker, but I'm not going to put it on in here. So we're going to grab my little Swiss Miss. Like I said, I'm going to replace this with a different kind that has, let's see, I think I'm going to use, Tricia, if you're still on here, I'm going to use some of your pretty ribbon on this. And we're going to take it. This is going to go on, let's see, how do I want to do this? I might use the red one. I think the green would be pretty though. I like the green better on this one. So we're going to tie it up. Tie it tight, and then we'll stick, I don't have my candy canes today, but I'm going to stick a candy cane down inside of this too. And we'll just tie it like so. Tie it up. And it's going to hopefully fit down in here. And sometimes if I have an issue where I'm thinking it might not stick, put down, I can put a piece of double-sided tape in there. So we've got her, and we've got that in here, and then we're going to fold it over. And then the outside here, I am going to put this gingerbread house on the front. Right, I have to on this one. Okay. Then let's see, I do love myself the checkered plaid. So, let's see, we'll put this here. I think I'm going to mount it a little bit. Got a little piece of cardboard here. Just going to put some glue on the back of that. I'll just use some hot glue. And I'm going to mount this on there so it kind of stands up a bit. That'll be cute. And then, my nose is running. Okay, and then let's see, I want to go with, I could put some of that in there too, but I think this one here is just more fun and whimsy. So I'm going to go with this one here. And I'm going to make it kind of like a belly band, okay, for this one. And then as I belly band it, I want it to be able to slide off of this. First, let's get it grunched up. Okay, then I'm going to take this piece here and got a knot here. We're going to bring it over, and it's going to be the belly band. I want to pull it snug enough to where it's going to stay, but not so snug that I can't get it back on, right? Piece here, or glue there. Then I'm going to take this little house and stick it on top of the belly band, just to kind of embellish it a little bit. Okay, there's what we have. Now this would look cute to put a little bit of maybe some trim or something on here if I really want to doll it up, but I don't know that I want to on this one. But let's see, because I have 4 more that I'll be making here sometime in the near future. But I think that is kind of cute. What do you think? Should I put that on there? Yes or no? Yes or no? Add that to the top. Yes or no? Here's your time to answer, be in a quiz. Yes or no? See, lots of hearts. I'm thinking those, okay, Mitzi said yes, so we're going to go with Mitzi. Woo woo! Mitzi! Okay, let's use this one here. Something about this kind of little trim just makes me think of a gingerbread house, doesn't it, you? Okay, I'm going to bring it down a teeny bit. Okay, I'll come around and we'll do the back. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it off. Okay, now we might want to put, let me see here, if we want to put a button up here on this in a color. It's too big. I love to take a button, so do you do this where you take a button and it's got a divot in it, and then you put a smaller button inside of it? I always think that's fun. I'm not going to do that here because it's too big, but I do think that little tiny button there looks a little dainty. Put her here. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to pretend now. Won't pretend because I actually have them here. Voila. Have my little bag. Open it up. Some of the little brown paper fill. It's going to go in there. And then this is going to sit in here like so. Mind you, remember, I may even put in some peppermint mint candies, a little round peppermints in here by the time I get done with these. But this is just to give you kind of a rough idea of what I'm doing. And then let's take this one. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's tie this with the green. And to where I can make it into a bow, hopefully here. Okay. Cute. I love this color of green, by the way, Miss Trisha. I think it was called Forest. I love it. So pretty. Okay. So we've got that on there. Then if I want to, I can take, now I have, look at this whole bowl of little goodies here. Because I want something to dangle down here somehow. So look, I have these little cute gingerbread men. I know I have to do this, don't I? Gotta put a little gingerbread on here. Okay. And then what if I go ahead and I take a little piece of the greenery like I did on the other one. Just do a little sprig of it. And let's see here. I get it up here under that. And then we put our gingerbread. How cute. Okay, this will be cute. Now this is where I wish I, oh wait a minute. One of these tags here that I have from Trish might work. Because it's a light green. Let's see what this looks like. Trisha, you are amazing, girl. You and your mama do such great things, but I know you do the most of this stuff here. Okay, so what if I take this tag? Oh, yes, I will. Isn't that going to be cute? So let's go back to my bow. Think it through. Where are we at on time? Oh, we got plenty of time. Okay. So we're going to put this through here. And then I'm going to tie my bow. Okay. Tied in a little bow here. Okay. Then I'm going to put, now I got to debate, do I want to just put the gingerbread on it? Or do I want to add a little bit of more flourish with this? I can tuck it up here. Oh yes, I have to add a little more flourish, you know. Okay, just going to tuck it up under here, glue it on the tag. Oh, I got an itch in my eye. And then we're going to put this adorable, sweet, precious little gingerbread man in here. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him about right there. So he offsets a little bit off of that greenery. Let it all stick down. Okay, trim my little tag on the tie a little bit. Okay. Now if I wanted to, I could add some red to this too, because the red will also add to this, but let me see how I want to do that. Maybe just a tie down is all I'm going to do. Let's see if I get it long enough. I think I'm going to tie that up there in a little knot underneath the tag. I could have just tied the whole thing together and I didn't, so. But that's the way I roll. I think of everything afterwards. Okay, and that's just going to make a couple little colorful little ties to come down here. So we'll see. But anyway, there's that one. So wouldn't that be fun to just give to somebody? Like I said, you can fill it with more things in there. But that's that one. So now we have 20 minutes left. Let's go to, let's see here. Let's do, is this the poinsettia one I wanted to do? pull all the things out of my little box. Okay, these are extras. So this one is poinsettias. And I love poinsettias, but let me see which lady I have. Okay, we'll do a different one because this one's similar, not the same, but similar. There's one that I wanted to show you, because these, look at this lady. She's mixing and she's doing some baking. So I have her, and then I have, oopsie, I'm dumping poinsettia lady out all over. This is the one I wanted to show you. We'll do this one because she's kind of all dressed up and dolled up, isn't she? So let's do her, and we'll put her back in here. Okay. Now I got my mess cleaned. Oh, I wish I wouldn't have done that. I don't want to, if you do these, don't fold your pieces because it definitely shows. So we're going to go back here, we're going to go back and do this, and we're going to cut it up here at this line right here. This is going to be a green one. So, you know, if I sat here for probably, other than doing all that fussy cutting, I could get these all whipped out in probably less than 2 hours. Fussy cutting last night took me a couple hours to get those all fussy cutted out. So 4 hours in time, I can make myself 6 little gift bags. Okay. So now we're going to take it and we're going to bend this one. I want to see how long this tag is going to be so that I make sure. Yep, okay, I'm good. You can fold that. This is that outside cover that ends up being like a little pocket on the inside. Cute, cute, gorgeous. Thank you. Mom's page at 4. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I could cut the stuff for you. Oh my gosh, Trisha. I would love to have somebody that would do that for me. I would love. Oh, I remember that you love to do fussy cutting. Send me a private message and let me know what your price would be if I send you the digitals and you fussy cut. If I send you the digital and then you fussy cut them. Okay, so this one here, now we want to cut it a little bit. This is the one that had the bigger. So this one here, I'm going to leave it like that. It's going to be a bigger card. If it fits in my thing. Let me see. It might not fit. Yeah. I better not. I better try to make them all about the same. Okay. Okay. Then we're going to go with our corner rounder. Okay. And then we're ready to go on that one. Okay, put that up there. So this one here has this little holly trim here. So let's get that poked in on the card. And go and glue down a little bit. And this one I'm going to go right to the bottom. Then, I thought it'd be kind of cute. This is a poinsettia. I thought it'd just be kind of cute to glue that on the back of this card. So that's what we'll do. Maybe I could try my red again. Because I know, Tricia, that you don't have much going on to do. Oh, gosh. Okay. And then we're going to take that, I'm just going to glue that on the back so that when they take their cards out of it on this one, they got a little something something on there. Oops. Go this way. Okay, so that's going to go there. Then we're going to glue little Missy over here. I could do her on this side or that side. Let's see, little Missy, where do you need to go? Let's put you right there. Let's have you on this side. Now this little lady looks like her meal's all done. And she's just ready now to serve her people that come to visit. I think that's what she's going to do here. Now the other thing I could do too is I could cut it out so that the there's a solid backing on the back of just the woman, so you can see her a little bit better. But this does the trick for what I'm doing for now, right? Okay, let's see here. We've got Grungy recipe card. So there's a recipe card that goes with each theme in here. So we got 6 cards. There's, I don't know if there's total 6, but like, see, it has a little poinsettia in that. So we'll put that one there. Oops, gotta glue that bottom shut. Thought I did, but I guess I didn't. Okay. Put that in there. And then this just has a little playing card that says A Christmas to Remember. A little place to do some little notes. Okay, then we'll get our little button on there. Maybe this one here I'll put a little tie in the top of it. Let's see here. I'm gonna get it up here. Oh, I messed that one up. Oh well. And we'll do the red. I think I'll do the red chucked in this one to make it a little messy hanger. Let's do it this way, and let's do it the loopy kind. Make a little loopy. Oops, we're going to put my loop through here. You can't see her better with the recipe card in there. Oh yeah, you can. That's a good thought there, Tricia, because you can, because it has the lines and stuff, right? Okay. So there we go for that, and I'm going to trim it down. Let's see how much I need to trim off of that. That right there. And just a cute little tie on that one. So she's ready to be tucked away. Now I'm thinking here that I might want to go ahead and grunge up the back of this card. Instead of it being plain white. So I'm just going to do some swirly swirls. Just to give it a little bit of something here. Get this one on here. Oh, I'm going to be good on time. Got 2 of them done. Yay. A little cocoa. And on this one here, let's see, I think I'll tie the cocoa with this one. Let's do this one. Okay. Go in there. Little Miss Isn't that pretty? Now she's going to need something over here. Now this is where I like to put something that would be, because there's so much pattern in here, I would like to put something here that has a little bit of 3D to it. So this will be a perfect spot to tuck. If I could have tucked it behind, I should have, but I didn't. But that'll work okay. We're going to tuck some greenery on here. And we're going to have it come down from the bottom and kind of wind around. Okay. And then if I have, and I don't have it with me now, but I know I have like a little jingle bell that we could put in here. There, go with that. Oh, here's a little jingle bell. It's a little one. That'll be cute. We'll put a little jingle bell down in here. And maybe what I'll do is back it with a little piece of the red. Glue it on here. Make a little bow. Smush her down as best we can. And then we'll glue our little jingle bell on it. Get cute. Okay. So there we go. You see the jingle bell down there? Okay, so she's going to go in her spot. Jingle bell and all. But we'll come back and add something here to the top of this one. But I'm thinking on this one here, and it's probably about time to go, but I'm going to see if we can get enough time here to do this. I don't know. What I'm thinking is on this one here is I'm going to put maybe just a little thing of ribbon around. Okay, and then I have some of these little paper poinsettias, and that's what I'll put on the front here. So that's how this will end up for this one. Gosh, you know, you could even do, you could put a whole tree on here, couldn't we? Wouldn't that be fun, you guys? That would be fun. I might do it on one of these other ones, but that would be fun. So that's kind of where my brain's going for this afternoon. And I love it when you open that box of buttons. Well, Jeanette, just FaceTime me anytime and I'll open it for you, okay? Stay tuned. The next person behind me is Christy with the junkie. I'm terrible at this. Christy's next. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate it. And Diantha, you love those grunge, the cocoa. Oh, good idea. I'm going to go back and finish reading my comments because I'm going to have to now. I got a grunge cocoa packs, everybody. Love y'all. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. Refresh your the crafty bunch.